Good morning, fish tube. Well, last night it happened again, and basically, um, I did a water change yesterday, and everything was fine for a few hours, and then all of a sudden I noticed the fish started behaving wrong, and they started going south real quick. And this has happened to me last fall and last spring. And we get a lot of rainfall in the fall and the spring. And I think what happens is if we get enough rainfall, we have problems with our water runoff and stuff in the city. And they do something. They decide that things have gotten so bad that they have to shock the system. And initially, I thought, you know what? They're just putting a big dose of chloramine through the pipes, maybe adding some chlorine to it. But now I think they're adding something else because I've taken precautions for this, and I'm like double dosing my prime. I even more than triple dosed my prime yesterday. Prime should have just dealt with it if it was chloramine, and prime has no effect. They continue to go south. So I've been using this reservoir because of this problem, and the water that I put in there that caused the problem had been sitting in the reservoir with a double dose of prime, gassing off stuff for 2 days. And then I put it in here, and everybody was fine, just like they look now after a water change. You know, everybody's happy after a water change. And a few hours in, and this is how it always happens, and she seems to take it the hardest each time too. She's more vulnerable to whatever it is than everyone else. But there was about 6 or 7 of them I saw going south, and so I just started flushing out all the water in my house, in my pipes. I knew this tank had been done, refilled earlier in the day with water from yesterday. So, and the previous water that was causing the problem was 2 days old. So there's a good chance that the use of water in the city had gotten rid of whatever this chemical is. So I immediately drained all this water out as low as I could. I put a brand new. I put this water in last night. I more than triple dosed the prime. The fish started to recover, but they weren't doing so well. So I refilled the reservoir. I triple dosed it with prime. I let it sit overnight. Then I woke up this morning. I did another full water change, and because people were still kind of hiding, and now everybody's happy. So I think I've gotten most of it out. I'll probably do another water change later today just to make sure, but she's not happy yet. And that's my egg laying female snake skin. She's still hiding. Everybody else is fine, and her color is improving. She was jet black and laying on her side. She's not laying on her side now, although she's been doing a little weird swimming. And I think she's gonna pull through, but I came like freaking this close to losing many of my. I could have lost all my fish if I wasn't home last night, and that's scary. So I guess I've got to expect this every spring and fall and be ready to cope with it. But again, prime wouldn't deal with it, and you just got to get it out of the tank. And it's some chemical that kills fish, and I don't think it's chloramine, and I don't think it's chlorine, and I don't think it's anything prime takes care of. They're putting something in this water, and they won't even tell us what they're doing. Like, they won't tell us when they do it. They won't tell us what they're putting. It's we might as well be living in Russia. It's just stupid. If in the States there would be a website that would give you all this information. Up here, completely in the dark, won't tell you shit. They say there's various guidelines that should stop this from happening, maximums and things like that, but we have a very, very weird situation in my city, and I think that they're doing weird things to cope with it. And it kills fish. No wonder everyone's giving away their tanks in my city, because all their fish, they just come home one day and their fish are dead and they can't figure it out. Now I'm getting all these big tanks for free because that's probably because of this. I think that's what's going on. Anyhow, I've managed to deal with it once again, and I guess I have the right strategy. They only seem to do it once in the spring and once in the fall. So I'll just roll with the punches. Hopefully she starts to feel better. Yeah, that blue one up there beside her, he was hurting bad too, but he's been swimming around and he's had a little bit to eat. She hasn't tried to eat, but he's still a bit on the dark side too, so I would say those are the two worst affected, and they're recovering more slowly than the others have. You know, just when you're doing everything right, city will throw a loop at you. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a wonderful day.